go into reptilianne. We bring dark fluid to 0. We use alien kit with 11 alien counters, 12 alien counters. There's no way you're surviving that. So we end up getting an alien kit too. So we use Stealth Buster to do that, and we knew he was going to use a Rise Heart. And thank God we had Daybreak in hand. So now he basically did that for nothing. We basically got out scot by 8, but we get 4. Then we go into 0. And since Ogre has we don't go into 0. We go into Snapper because I can still go into 0. Let's get rid of these 2 back rows. Hey yo, this your boy Mind Control coming back with another video. As you can see from the little preview thing, we got all the gems from this XC/Link event, but we're not going to grind the whole event because there's no reason to. All we was here to do is get the freaking gems. It's a heist and we out. So this deck is pretty much full power aliens the way I play it. So I mean, if you want to copy this deck, or if you want to use this deck instead of using it on ladder, just to test it and see if you like it, I would say do it now. Use this time to the 22nd to get your reps in, because there's really no consequence if you go in first or second, or if you lose. So that's my advice to you. But without further ado, cue the intro. And we're back, and we're going first. So it's a good day because we don't have no problems with getting into no max C battle. All we gotta do is worry about Ashes and Imperms and Velars and Call by the Graves, of course, when they turn. But that ain't no problem. We got enough plays to last us. So we used the Nunu first, they negated it, so we went to Nyla. Ended up doing our curse plays. And it's a blessing in disguise because he decided to use the Ash that he used, he threw in the graveyard to freaking summon it out on the field. And whenever you see somebody summon a monster or Ash out, it's the perfect time to use Reptilianne to get a free draw. Well, to add a free reptile monster in hand. And since it's already 0, we had to turn to 0. So we end up getting Night Sword for whatever reason, I don't know, because I got any monster, but I think this is for the discard. We end up getting Abyss in the graveyard. We use Feral Imp. And I think that we're going to go for, Dalian Mars. We put 2 counters on that so we can use Zero's secondary effect to summon out, get additional normal summon. And I think we use Night Sword as discard fodder for Alien Trooper to pretty much get in the graveyard so we can pretty much use it to negate more monsters. But now we end on this board with a recombination device and a virus in the graveyard. So he used Circular, which I've been seeing a lot during this little tenure. So we ash the effect first and then we get rid of everything, right? Because we don't want him to gain an advantage. So Circle get negated and then everything get destroyed. So this tenure I have 3 replays with I think 2 replays with Mathemac, which is a pretty good deck during this event because they mostly link summon, and of course Dragon Link also. But yeah, we're really not scared of anything they got going on here. Even if they are able to destroy Zero, we still have another turn, and we got too much stuff in the graveyard to not be able to come back from it. So he ended up getting the Firewall Dragon, and it's pretty much GG's. And what he did was something pretty stupid. He destroys the Shock Trooper, and we're able to get Alien Mars back on field, just in case he had a way to get rid of Zoro. And before the end turn, we use this just so we can get enough counters on field and get Overlord engraved so we can destroy with Overlords. And we can deplete all his freaking attack points. With 11 alien counters, 12 alien counters, there's no way you're surviving that. So we end up getting the alien kit too, because it has the alien counter buff, you may call it, whatever you want to call it, also. But then we just opted out to destroy it straight up, so it didn't really matter as is. But that would be the first replay, and then we have much more. And we're back, and we're going first again, and this hand is almost trash, I would say, almost trash. But usually when I do put out videos and things like that, I don't like to put out too many videos back to back because it kind of like overload the algorithm. So I'm not able to pretty much get enough views on my videos. So I usually like put some space in between, but I want to get out this XC event video as quick as possible, just so you guys who wants to play aliens able to play aliens and do it without feeling the stress of rank. So that's the reason why I'm putting these out back to back. So we YOLO with Hager and we get Lily, so which is pretty good. It's not as good as Daybreak, but it's right there, so we're happy with that. So we get Virus, and we have Stealth Buster in hand. We use Lily to put another Stealth Buster in grave, put counters on that one, and then we summon out another Stealth Buster, and then we go into Shock Trooper, so we can put Curse in the grave also, because Curse in the hand is a curse, and it's a dead card pretty much. And we're not going to use our normal summon to summon out Curse and get rid of 2 monsters, so that's the main reason why. So we use Curse and then tribute off Shock Trooper, which is kind of like okay, but at the end of the day, we put the counters on our own monster, but we're not really worried about it because we see freaking Cashier, and they can't do anything for the most part because they'd be in defense mode. Besides Tier Limit Cashier, that's the only monster that can really do something, and he pretty much does it. He pretty much destroys Zero. But we have enough follow up that we're not really afraid of this board. But he does a pretty good job though. But it's all good though. So he goes into Arise Heart, which is kind of like our Bane of Existence when it comes to this deck, because it banished everything. But he didn't banish Zero. Abyss. So we used Stealth Buster to do that, and we knew he was going to use Arise Heart, and thank God we had Daybreak in hand. So now he basically did that for nothing. We basically got out scot-free. All he's really doing is doing that little thing right here, but it's all good. We're not really stressing it at all. Only thing bad about this is our Daybreak goes to the graveyard, so we're not really able to recycle Abyss. But no, matter of fact, we destroyed before then. So the chain, I thought the chains was bad, but he get rid of Daybreak anyway, so we wasn't even able to use it. So I wasn't wrong. So we're going to Reptilianne, because anytime I get a chance to put a monster with 0 attack, I do it immediately. And right now we don't really care about what he would banish. And we're seeing Snake Ring, so we know he's banishing Snake Ring. They always banish Snake Ring. Alien Mars would probably been a better answer, because I need cards in hand to use Snake Ring, but they don't know that, and we're not going to tell them at all. So we put whatever the name of this card is, Ogre, in defense mode with Zero. We use Curse to get rid of one of the tokens, and then we immediately forget that he has that monster in grave. Now we have to get over a tower, which is not a hard thing to do, but it's something that we have to do. Which I low-key forget that they're able to summon the monster out. But we have Lily, so we're going to throw Overlord in grave, use Overlord, use a recombination device, lower freaking Arise Heart, and then we was gonna beat over it. So anyway go, he was dead. So he just quit. Let's go to the next one. And we're back. And this is where it gets spicy, right? We want to see people go second, right? Well, I'm still going first because his dumb stuff somehow break the hell, right? But what can we really do with Alien Mars, a spell card reborn, and a virus? We can do everything. So he immediately imperms us, but we didn't shoot off the virus because why not? Why we need to shoot off the virus? It's going in the grave regardless. So there's no reason to shoot off the virus just to avoid the imperm, because we're still going to destroy everything. So we hold the virus, and Ash the freaking this live twin monster, and he immediately quits. If he was able to summon anything out, I was going to destroy the board anyways and use spell card Monster Reborn to put it back on field. So any card that gets summons after that is negated permanently. I was going to wait to the battle phase if he had a higher monster over 1,000 to put that on the board. So anyway go, we was going to have another day. And we're back, and we're going second again. Now this duel right here, I made probably like 4 mistakes, and we're gonna call them out. The first mistake is I'm playing this on my laptop, and if you don't know, if I mentioned it before, I don't have a mouse, so my trackpad is freaking trash. So all my plays I'm doing hella slow, and I got to reconfirm it, so it's like I'm losing time on the clock to do my plays. That's the first mistake, and then we're gonna call it the other ones. So he's playing Dragon Link, and there's 0 interruptions, right? 0. So we're basically watching him play solitary by himself, and we're just going to fast forward because we already know that the plays with this. Only good thing about playing against Dragon Link in this format with the event is because he won't be able to go into Borgo's Savage Dragon, so that's not an army negate that he gets. But anything besides that, he has an untargetable, non-destructing freaking monster that just sits on the board, sits on the field. And how could you possibly get rid of it? We have ways to get rid of it, but it's not going to be an easy task, all in all. So he pretty much wombo combo to hell, and he goes into Evil Nightmare Swarm. Evil Swarm Nightmare. I didn't know this card was not once per turn, right? It states that you can detach one material from this card and then flip a card face down defense. I didn't know it was once per turn, so I'm playing under the assumption that it's not once per turn. I mean, it's once per turn, and that it's both materials. When I wasn't paying attention, it was only one material, so I should have known that he could have done it twice. But that's not one of the mistakes I was counting on, but it is something that affects everything. So I grab spell card Monster Reborn, and I throw Curse in the grave, and I summon out Nyla to see if I can bait out this monster effect, the Warlord Dragon. But he doesn't use it, so I'm like, okay, well, let's just put some counters on there, right? Because we still have Brainwashing Beam in hand, so we use that to bring out freaking Alien Mars. He took a little while, he read the card, and he realized that this card is negating my monster, so I have to flip it face down. And I'm like, okay, whatever, I'm gonna tribute it. So we're still cooking at this point. We got Nyla on field. He flipped this face down too, and he also used his Burloids, his Savage Dragon. I don't know what happened, but for whatever reason, it went through. It went through. So I'm happy as hell right now. So I'm like, okay, well, cool. I still get Daybreak. So I summon out my 3. And at this point, I'm in my celebratory phase, right? And he has this monster. What the heck is this? Iron Dragon, Timanto. If this card is special summon, destroy all other cards in the column. What? Thank God that this freaking Link monster has a forward pointing arrow, Cause if not, I've been screwed. But still, like, what? Who plays this crap? So he destroys the whole column and we can't even use it. He locks me out of it. So I'm like, okay, whatever. So I use Reptilianne and I lower that monster down. And this is my first mistake, right? I had my toggle off. I was supposed to call by that freaking monster. First mistake. I toggled off. When I realized I toggled off, the effect already went through. That killed one of my freaking my Noma summon. I still was able to Noma summon by erasing counters off of that, but that killed momentum a little bit. But I'm like, okay, well, call engrave in hand is still good, right? So he negates that. No harm, no foul, whatever. So we go into Slicer, Zero. We get Overlord, right? Summon our Overlord. We put counters on everything, right? Because now we're in the, alright, we have to use High Beam, Brainwashing Beam to do our work. And I destroy this monster just so he doesn't go into a Zeus or something. So I set to and pass. This is my second mistake, right? I should have known that they're playing Link monsters. So I should take all their materials away. He summoned out this monster, whatever, the dragon. I should have immediately, when the round started, took that and freaking Rocket Tracer, because they both had counters. I could have used Brainwashing Beam to take both of them, but no, I gave him an opportunity to get Link materials. So he used this card. He immediately tried to attack, but it doesn't work. But at the end of the day, and since it's the battle phase, I can't use Call with the Grave. So he did that in the battle step. So he grabbed the Chaos Dragon from deck to hand. I called my Dragon Tracer, Rocket Tracer, because I didn't want him to do more Link climb, because I hate that freaking card. But it doesn't matter because the damage is already done. He get rid of our Brainwashing Beam and a freaking Zero. And now I let him back in the game. Off of two mistakes. Two pivotal mistakes. But at the end of the day, this game is still winnable for the simple fact that I have monsters in the graveyard, right? And he get rid of Nyla, which is kind of like, you're almost doing me a favor, okay? That doesn't really, I was going to flip it face forward and it wasn't going to really do anything to affect your plays. But all in all, that's what he decided to do. So he get Heavenly Spears in there. And then it's our turn. So first thing we're going to do is, we're going to use, no, I did a smart play, right? I used Recombination Device to grab Stuff Buster, right? I use Curse. Nothing's on the field right now. Toggle on. Imperm the Borlord Dragon. Smartest thing I did all day, right? And now I'm back in the game. So I'm doing this, and as you can see, as you can suspect, time is running down because for whatever reason, my keyboard was not getting my inputs. So we got him to use that negate already. I ain't want to use the Daybreak to freaking shut myself tokens, so I just let him shuffle it back to hand. And I'm thinking right now that, okay, well, cool. We're going to go back into a Zero, and then we're going to get Recombination Device to lower this monster by even more. If I'm like, maybe I should just go into Shock Trooper and then do that. But what I should have did was I should have did my first mine and go into Recombination Device. But at this point, my time is running low. So I'm chasing the clock right now. And he thought that since he don't have no more counters that he able to just destroy my monster, but he don't know. He's still negated from the Imperm. So it is what it is at that point. And I go into Shock Trooper, and this is another mistake. I'm thinking I forgot completely that Virus does not stop you from freaking, it doesn't destroy Borlord. So I have that monster still on field, and I have no way to get rid of it. So he negates Zero, and it feels bad, but it's all good though. So I use that to destroy all the monsters on field and put counters on. Try to put counters on freaking Warlord, but he's unaffected by he can't be targeted. So I'm still damn, right? It is what it is. I should use recombination device, but I'm still in the game. But not really. For the simple fact that I am still fighting the clock. And as you can see, the plays I'm doing right now is despite me having time. I don't have time. He has one monster on field. All I need to do is shuffle Zero back into the deck and then get a recombination device or stall him enough so I can basically get that done. So he negates the Abyss, which is no problem, no bueno, no good. I use Curse to pretty much get some stability, right? And as you can see, right now I'm chasing the clock still. So if you see some questionable plays, then you know why. And I usually play on my phone, and everything is more clear and concise. But I don't know. I was watching TV and I thought, let me just play on my computer while I wait for my food to get ready. And bad mistake. I need to buy another mouse. So I go into Haggard to Yugioh. I don't know why. Oh, to get a recombination device. I'm still trying to get that. And I go into an Imperm. And I'm like, you know what? That's good enough. I'll take it. So I go into another Shock Trooper. I use Lily. And I run out of time. I was trying to get Zero and then pass turn, but it is what it is. So I really feel like I could have beat this deck, especially with me having Imperm, but I just didn't have enough time. Let's go to another replay. And we're back. And we're going second. And this is our revenge tour, to be honest. So we're playing against Mathemech, and I ain't gonna lie to you, one of the most resilient decks out there. They have so many ways to go into their one card combos that it's not even funny. So you go into Link Karibo, but I don't have Imperm, so there's no reason to protect yourself, and he's basically gonna combo off. He got Super Factorial, which we know that's an Omni negate, unless I can draw into it and call by the grave, which I can. I won't. The jig is up, and this is the duel right after the duel I just showed, which was the Dragon Link. So I'm already kind of pissed. I'm like, oh man, I gotta play against another combo deck going second with dragons. But I am definitely optimistic because what do we have in hand? Let's see, 5 cards. Recombination device, which I love this card. Could be a little bit better. It could be OP, but right now it's good. And I have Snake Ring and Abyss in hand, so I'm pretty much cooking. And I thought he was going to have the Jewel Swarm monster in hand to negate a spell card, but I forgot. It's Xyz and Links, so we're good. So that's one negation that we don't have to worry about. Only thing we have to worry about is what's in his hand. And if it's not an Ash, he get another draw. If it's not an Ash, he's cooked. And the jig is up. One of these cards is the Ash, and he let my Snake Ring ride, which it wouldn't have been a huge problem anyways, because I have multiple ways to get cards in the graveyard. But he let my Snake Ring ride, and you'll see later when he decides to Ash. So I immediately start putting counters on the Dark Fluid, because I want to get rid of that monster as soon as possible. And he goes into use the effect of sending an extra deck monster to the grave. I bring Nyla on field, and I opted not to use the effect. I pressed no because I knew that XC monster is there for negation. So I'm like, I'm not gonna let you just get a free negate. So I just opted and said no, I don't want to use it. So he opted to use Super Factorial. Go into Lapetian, whatever the fuck that monster called. And then we get cursed. He get Coast Talker. He didn't let that ride. No, he did let that ride. He sent one from hand and one from Phil. I use a recombination device because I didn't want him to just get rid of this card for nothing. So I'm preparing to negate everything, and he get rid of Overlord. So I'm like, I am happier that she got rid of that. So we get Nyla, and then this is where he doesn't do the negate. I thought he did, but I forgot he didn't. And now this monster got 6,000 damage, and I really don't care. So we tripped our curse, and now he finally used it. So now we're like, okay, now you have nothing. All in all. So we use Nunu. Go into Reptilianne. We bring Dark Fluid to 0. We use Alien Kit. We use Daybreak to put Night Sword in the grave. Shuffle that out. Go into 0 and just put everything in defense mode, and we're good to go. We have an alien on field, in hand, so there's nothing really to worry about, and we still have Lily. Oh, never mind. I think he didn't have an Ash. Am I bugging? I think I am bugging. Never mind. He didn't have an Ash. But anyway, go. He pretty much gave me an alley-oop by him using his negates. Really trashy, like. So I got rid of all the link monsters because I didn't want him to link climb his next turn. I wanted him to just straight do it raw. And since I know that the patient don't have a way to put himself in attack mode, I'm good to go. And I used Alien Kid to summon out because I didn't want him to link climb and get rid of something. I don't know. I want everything to get an alien counter. That's special summon. Which happened. So you go into the Golem Crystal Heart, which basically allowed him to summon something out, but he can't. So I think this is one of those plays that I'm allowed to go second and still break a board, which was pretty fun and very good to see. My bad. And we're back, and we're going first. And we have 2 Nunus, and right here, right when I did this, right, he gave me a mean pause on his string. So I'm knowing that he has Imperm. What I would normally done was I would summon out this other Nunu to go into front Imp, so I can get Nyla to pitch check to the grave, right, and use the Abyss. But I'm knowing that he has Imperm, so instead I use Daybreak because I don't want to be stuck with an XC monster on field with nothing to do with it, right? And with that, I'm able to pitch Nyla in the grave to use Abyss to bring it back, and what he does, he imperms it. So that was a proper read, and you have to suspect the worst when it comes to hand traps against you, and you're able to play around them a little bit. And with this freaking card here, the Serpent Strike, if you basically can pitch a monster from field or hand and special summon a monster from your graveyard with a different attribute. So if you have light, you can summon dark. If you have dark, you can summon light. If you have fire, you can summon anything. If you have water, you can summon anything from, of course, aliens. So this is a main deck card now, I promise you. And it just does so much. It's so versatile. But it don't matter because he impermed that too, right? But we're not like, it's not a bad day though. It's really not. So we go into Haggard to Yugioh, because I think we already normal summon. And we go into Snake Ring, and this is when we say fuck it, we're gonna Yugioh it for real. And I needed extra cards, and Haggard never let me down at all. So I needed extra cards and summon, so I just said, you know what, if you have Ash, then we'll just take the bullet, right? And I'd rather go to this length to get a better board than to just end on a subpar board with no way to activate my virus. So now we're pretty much solidified. We got Alien Kid with Shock Trooper, right? And Virus. Off of YOLO. Almost anything would have been good in that instance. But now we have a pretty good board. Pretty good board. So he immediately harpies us, but it's always best to just use it like ahead of time versus not using it at all. And we're gonna leave Shock Trooper on board because we know after the destruction, if he's able to get over the alien lock, we can just special summon things in defense mode to the amount of monsters I have on field. So it's kind of like a secondary just in case. And we have Alien Mars and Grave. So he thought this 28 defense booty was going to stop me from doing anything. And I'm disappointed. I really am. So I don't know why I summoned back the Fro M. I don't know if it was BM or I just did it just to do it. But Monster Reborn was a perfect card to draw in that instance. And yeah, I go into another Zero to get recombination advice because I am out to give him counters to hell. And with that being said, yeah, it's GG's pretty much. There's nothing that he can really do. And I almost feel bad, but not really. Because he's not playing like a top tier deck, he's playing a rogue deck. You know what, matter of fact, this was BM. So I went into this link pattern to go ahead to get Abramax, because I never summoned out Abramax, which I still realize is almost impossible because I can't do it on my turn. I gotta wait till his turn to do it, and I'm like, I'm not gonna waste a turn just to BM you. So I end up opting out not doing this shit. So I go into chains because we know that he like to use monsters from hand, and it's basically gonna yeah, get rid of everything. And then we get Overlord from Grave, give him hella alien counters, pretty much put him to 0, and we hit him for more than 8,000 damage. And that's GG's. Let's go to, I believe, the last replay. And we're back. And we're going second again. See? These last replays are a doozy. And yeah, we're pretty much outplaying these meta decks. 5 back row. So we got to assume that whatever's in that back row is the worst, right? And it pretty much is. So we use our first Snake Ring. We pitch 4. We pitch Abyss, Night Sword, Nyla, and Nunu. What does this goofball do? Use Night Sword. He immediately called by the grave the Night Sword. Immediately. Like, why? Like, at least wait to see what the card does, right? So we like, okay, well, if you have one call by the grave, he's that reckless that he's gonna call by the grave the first thing that he sees. Let's see what's down there. It might be Solemn Judgment, it might be some more BS. So then he activates the Ogre, and we see Snake Ring. So we like, oh, he's definitely banishing Snake Ring. There's no way he's not going to banish Snake Ring, which he does. They always banish Snake Ring. So we use Nunu, and this goofball immediately banished that. Called by the Great that too. I'm like, bro, at least look at your prospects in the grave before you do that. So we like, you know what? We just gonna fill up, because we know you like them call by the grave, so we gonna put everything in the graveyard, and then we activate everything. So we chain block Step Buster, get Abyss on the field, and we like, okay, it's a high probability that one of these cards might be Imprint. So let's see. No, the card in hand is Velar. 2 call by the graves, 1 Velar. What are your last 2 cards? So you get rid of our Abyss. Well, no problem. We're just gonna bring back your Velar. So now you gave me 2 draws, because you know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna use my Daybreak. Well, I'm not gonna do that yet. Yes, matter of fact, I'm going to Reptilianne now. I'm going to make Ogre 0. and I get 2 draws. Thank you very much. That was very nice of you, good sir. So I get it 2 cards off rip. I'm still gonna use Daybreak to get my 8 tokens. I mean 4 tokens. It feel like 8, low key. I ain't gonna hold you. It feel like 8, but we getting 4. Then we go into 0. And since Ogre has we don't go into 0. We go to Snapper because I can still go into 0. Let's get rid of these 2 back rows, which was a cross out and a freaking whatever that cash out card is. I think it's Preparation. And then we go into 0. I think I learned my lesson a few times by going to 0 too early. So we get rid of the back row, and now we know that he's like extremely cooked, like overbakedly cooked. There's nothing he can do, and I'm so confident that I might not even put down the freaking virus. I might hold it in the hand. That's how confident I am. There's nothing you can do, and of course he quits. Because all his monsters special summon. I didn't even need to put down a virus to be real. And we're back. And this is the deck. And I promise you, everything would be a lot better if we didn't have Maxine. But I play Maxine because people Maxine me. And it always feels bad to get Maxine and not be able to do it back. So I'm going to play Evil with Evil. So we got 1 Alien Mars. It's pretty much the same deck. Only thing that we changed, I don't think we changed pretty much anything, to be honest. We just had more cards. We just added 3 Maxi pretty much. And Serpent Strike, great card. The secondary effect is, during the main phase, that means either yours or mine. If a monster is sent to your opponent's graveyard, you can send 1 reptile monster from your deck to the graveyard. You know what that does? You know what reptile monster I'm going to send? I'm going to send Stealth Buster. If you have cards that, I need to build a wall, I'm going to send Night Sword. Night Sword summons itself, Stealth Buster, add alien counters. Those are 2 good prospects, right? So this card is a great card. It helps me unbrick my hand so I don't have to run things like Forbidden Droplet, which it's a good card if it works. It's not if I'm putting in something like Cash Terror or I'm going first. It doesn't feel good to draw. So that's the reason why I don't run Forbidden Droplet, because of me going first. And I want to go first. I don't want to go second. And then yeah, pretty much everything is the same. It's so much the same that I ain't even put no extra card in the extra deck. The other card was the SP Golden Knight. I just took the SP Golden Knight out and then ran the deck like it was. So if you want to play this deck, I would highly suggest that you play it. Even if you don't want to invest in the Snake Rings, don't. Play it without Snake Ring. I would say up the Daybreaks, if you have Lily, up the Lilies to 3, run 2 of these, Serpent Strike. It's a great card. Run 3 freaking viruses. Or up the alien cards. You don't have to run the 3 Snake Rings. Now, I would say if you want to play it for real, I highly suggest you get Snake Ring. The card is not once per turn, and you get so much value off of it. You see me use it twice in the last duel. You get so much value off of it. So it's a must have card if you want to play this deck for real. If you don't, and you want to see if you can play and have fun, don't craft the cards. If you do want to play it for real, you have to have it. That's my take on it. But this is the deck. Let me know what you guys think. I'm doing a double upload, not back to back, but yeah, pretty much back to back. I want to see you guys play it. Tell me what you think. Tell me if you find some more tech cards I can add to it, and anything else. So this is Mind Control, and catch y'all next one. Like, comment, subscribe. Cue the outro.